Hey guys, it's Kaz here, aka Cats and Camera, and today I'm doing the rapid fire book tag. Most people that do this, it seems the videos are massive, so I'm actually going to try and do this rapid fire, but we'll see if that actually works out. Question 1 is ebook or physical book, and for me that's physical book. I do read ebooks, but I only ever get the free ones on my Kindle. I would never pay for an ebook, but that's just a personal preference. Question 2, paperback or hardback. I don't really mind either way. I guess paperbacks are cheaper in general, so I'll go with paperbacks. I know a lot of people like the way hardbacks look on their shelves or whatever, but I don't mind if books in the same series are different sizes, so I don't really care if all of them are one or the other. Question 3 is online or in-store book buying. Definitely online. In-store, way too expensive for me, unless it's charity shops or second-hand shops. But if we're talking actual bookshops, then online. I think it's easier to browse online. It's cheaper. Question 4 is trilogies or series. This one I don't really have a preference. Either one, as long as it's good. Question 5 is heroes or villains. And I feel like I'm really crap at answering these questions, one or the other. But morally ambiguous. I like morally ambiguous characters. But I guess heroes, as long as they're not self-confident and arrogant. Generally you get more characterizations of the heroes, and the villain is just that evil person over there. So I guess in that sense, heroes. Question 6 is a book you want everyone to read. For that one I'm going with More Happy Than Not by Adam Silvera. Especially, this is genuine. On the radio at work a few days ago, I genuinely heard them talking about how scientists are looking into a way to take memories from people that have PTSD and like get rid of them, and I was just like, no, that's such a bad idea. Please read More Happy Than Not. You can't go around messing with people's minds. It's just insane to think that it's actually something that scientists are looking into now. So definitely read this book, everybody, especially scientists. Don't mess around with the human brain. It's too complicated and complex. Question 7 is recommend an underrated book. For that one I'm going with Heirs of Power by Kay MacLeod. This is my sister's first book, so obviously I'll have to go with this one. She's an independent author. This is the first book in a series, a fantasy series, about a group of people that have powers passed down from their parents and they have to save the world. It's amazing, check it out. I'll leave the Amazon links below. Question 8 is the last book you finished. That one is The Taste of Cashews by Will Hartzell-Baird. I've got a full review of this, so I'll link that below as well. Question 9 is the last book you bought. This one isn't the literal last book I bought, but it's the most recent one to get to my house, because I've bought other ones since then online, but they're not here yet. And that's Out of Pocket by Bill Konigsberg. He's the author that wrote Openly Straight, so I thought I'd pick up one of his books, and I'm actually currently reading this one as well. Question 10 is the weirdest thing you've used as a bookmark. Boring. Train ticket. Question 11 is used books, yes or no? For me, big yes. I would say most of the books I own are secondhand, and you should definitely buy secondhand, especially if you can't afford full price books. If you feel like you really want to read more but you can't afford the books, please go on eBay, go on Amazon, the buying market, go in charity shops. It's just a few pounds a book and you can't go wrong. So there's no sort of reason why you feel like you wouldn't be able to read because it's too expensive. There are so many out there. Second hand, yes. Question 12 is top 3 genres: fantasy, coming of age, contemporary, and middle grade. Does that count? Question 13 is borrow or buy. I do have a library card. I don't use it as much as I used to, so I do buy a lot, but I'm also not somebody that's like hates the library or anything. Question 14 is characters or plot. And characters, obviously a book has to have a good plot, but if it has an amazing plot and the characters are boring, or you hate them, or there's something about them, then it's not going to be as enjoyable. Whereas if there's a book that's a bit iffy on the plot, maybe not going anywhere, or maybe a bit obvious, if the characters are spot on, amazing, great characterizations, then that's going to be a better read for me personally. Question 15 is long or short books. I would say probably short, because I know a lot of people on here think long as being like over 400 pages or over 500 pages, but to me in my head long is like 800 and more, so I prefer sort of short to middle. Question 16 is long or short chapters. I definitely prefer short chapters. It just feels like you can get through the story quicker, even if it's a really long book. If the chapters are short, you feel like the pacing's quicker, so short chapters. Question 17, I think. Name the first 3 books you think of, and Half Bad, Kiss and The Raven Boys. Question 18 is, do you prefer books that make you laugh or cry? And personally, I like crying at books. I feel like most of the time I give 5 stars to books, it's because I've cried at them, so I feel more emotionally attached to them. So definitely cry for me. Question 19 is our world or fictional world, and personally I don't mind either way, as long as the fictional world has enough world building that you know what's going on. And I love that, but either one, depends on what sort of genre you're reading at the time. Question 20 is audiobooks, yes or no? No. Question 21 is, do you ever judge a book by its cover? I think everybody does, at least a little bit. I'm not one of those people that think, oh, that's such a pretty cover, I'm going to buy it even if I don't care or know what it's about. But a lot of the time if I'm in used bookstores, I do look at the spines, and if the spine catches me, I'll take it out and then read the back and see what it's about. So I judge a book by its spine more often than the cover. But yes, but it doesn't make me pick something up just because it's pretty. And I also don't not get an edition of a book because there's another one that's nicer. Question 22 is book to movie or book to TV adaptation. And for this question, book to a decent adaptation would be my answer. Whether it's a film or a TV show, as long as it's actually good, then I don't have a preference on one specific, if it's a good adaptation. Question 23, this feels so weird doing all this now still, and that is a movie or a show you preferred to the book. And for that one, Brokeback Mountain, because something that's 2 hours long, you can get more impact, more emotional connection than a book that's like 53 pages. You don't really connect to the characters in this, but this you definitely do. So that. And also I just want to sneak another one into here that's not a TV show or a film, but the stage adaptation to The Woman in Black is so good. The book I read at school, it was boring, I didn't like it. The film, it's just generic horror, wasn't really keen on that. But we went to see the stage show at school and it was amazing. So if you're ever in London, or I don't know if it's in other places, but we checked it out in London, you should definitely go and check it out. It's made up of 3 actors and that's all you need, hardly any set, and it is so good. So check that out. And the last question, which is 24, is series or standalones. Again, I feel like I'm really crap at answering these questions, one or the other, but I don't really have a preference. If it's an amazing book, then obviously I would love there to be more books, but again, it kind of depends on the genre as well, I guess. Fantasy, you want more than 1 book. Contemporary, generally, it can be done in 1 book, and sometimes when they do another one, it's kind of like, you're just pushing it, or you're ruining some of the characters. So, again, I think it depends on genre, maybe. So yes, there is my quickfire book tag. I hope it's actually quick fire. We'll see when I edit this. So comment below any of the answers to any of the questions for you, and like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video, and check out the other ones I link below, like the Taste of Cashews review, or check out my sister's book on Amazon as well, as if I'm not going to plug that. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you have your own video of the rapid fire book tag, link that below as well, because I love watching other people's videos. So, bye.